Hiya guys, sorry for a squeaky chair. Terry from Smoo's Workshop here. Hey, not done a channel update for a while, so I thought I would say hello guys, how yous doing? Same, I've got my mojo back up, and I've been doing quite a bit of building actually. Video you need to go and watch, guys. Right, a lot of you guys that follow me know that I suffer from mental health issues, depression and anxiety. Anxiety being the main one, you know, I don't get out much. There's a chap, a fellow YouTuber and model builder, Black Cat 73. I think his name's Graham, and apologies if I've got his name wrong, but he's released a video on his channel about the benefits of model making for people with mental health issues. It's well worth checking that out. I just thought I would highlight that there, because that was one of the reasons that I hadn't really been producing much in the way of videos and actually building anything. And he briefly touches on it. He does hangouts with Paul and that at ISM. Now, I used to do hangouts with Paul at ISM as well, and they're really quite therapeutic. So I decided to do my own little hangouts, just with a few modelling friends, and it really has made a difference. I live alone, so my man cave here is sort of in my spare bedroom, and trying to get up the mojo to come through and stick bits of styrene together, it can be quite hard. And if you get up and you're a bit like, meh, can't be bothered, you sometimes just don't do anything. So yeah, I had this idea. I got chatting to a few model makers on the Boom Hut, and I says, look, I'm fancy doing some hangouts. Any's got, you know, a way of connecting if he's got Google accounts, and it's mostly guys that make videos themselves. So yeah, they were like, yeah, let's give it a try. So we don't go live very often. I've got a couple of videos up of us live, and it was just sort of, yeah, we're meeting at night, maybe about tea time, and there would be maybe about 4 of us or something like that, you know, and we're just shooting the breeze, somebody else to talk to while you're at the bench. And I've been doing them every night, and it's fantastic. It's really, really got my mojo up, and I've started building stuff again, and I'm actually completing models, and I might actually get back onto the Azzy 250. So yeah, the hangouts have been brilliant. So some of the usual culprits, I'm just keeping it to a small group, but we might go live with them if anybody's interested in watching. It's not a professional setup. It's just basically, you know, between 4 and, I think the most we've had on at any one time is about 7 guys sitting at their bench building models, but having a bit of adult humour and conversation at the same time. And it's bringing me to the bench. I'm looking forward to tea time every day of the week, and it gets me at my bench, and I'm making stuff. And so Dave Weiser, I'm going Barker, thank you. Mr. Mike Mountain, thank you for joining in. We've got Scott Sutherland up in Orkney, again, thanks for joining in. And Puffin, try to remember what his puffin's called now. There's a lot of puffins popping about. You might see these popping up on the shows if they ever go live. Chris Williams of Gross Models, he's pops in on occasion, and Paul as well, he pops in. We have a bit of crazy laugh, and sometimes we have special well-known people come in and say hello, but generally tend not to be in the live ones. So yeah, if you're like me and you lack mojo sometimes, I'm sorry for waffling on a wee bit. It's just that Black Cat 73's video hit a nerve with me. I've been suffering with depression and anxiety for a long, long time, and I hadn't realised that modelling is actually quite good therapy, and the hangouts is even better therapy, because instead of being on your own, you can do it with your mates. So yeah, if you're like me and you're on your own, and you know, Billy no mates and nobody to talk to and stuff like that, get into the hangout scene. Get a few of your model making pals. I mean, there's a few of them that do it on their phones and iPads and things like that, and 1 or 2 have actually bought PCs and webcams. But yeah, you know, a couple of hours every night, shooting the breeze, having a laugh. So yeah, really been enjoying that. So I've been saving up money for a while. So I finally managed to get myself a decent one of these Chesto lamps. Paul at ISM's had one for ages, and they were on about them. At the time I couldn't afford one, so I managed to get myself one of those. stuff for my gimbals finally came, so what my camera's mounted on just now, which you can't really see, um, I can really get close-up shots in that at my work now. So I've got better lighting, I've got my gimbal for my camera, and of course this is my hangout mic. Yeah, so I've been saving up. I managed to get myself a few bits and bobs and completed a few jobs. So what we'll do is we'll pop over to the bench and have a look and see what I've been doing and what new things I've found. So see you in a bit. Hiya guys, and welcome back. It's Terry from Smoo's Workshop. Now, right, I forgot to mention somebody that's joined the Hangouts lately. Colin Balkans, a really funny chap. Mr. London Bus himself is Festa 67's Workshop. Take a look at his channel. He's actually taken a Revel London Bus, and he's lit it all up with all the people and all the wee newspapers, and it's got sound and lighting, and fantastic. So yeah, I forgot to mention Colin as well. What I have noticed though, that now that I'm getting into more into my video making, I've got this camera up here mounted up in the gimbal and everything. I can get a bit claustrophobic because you've got this boom coming in with my light on it, and then you've got a boom coming in with a mic on it up the top, and my camera boom and all that. But I'm getting used to working with it. But it's kind of like there's all these probes coming in on your space. So anyway, what have I been up to? Right, so my first completed build of the year, you might remember, is the wee egg shuttle that I lit up with LEDs. Well, I had actually started before that. Let's see if I can get the box up. Revell level 3 kit. Of the 112 scale X-Wing fighter. Now, I had the idea of, right, it was in, what's the name of the place now? It's on my PB, Hobbycraft. They were doing a sale on them. They were about £6. It's a really easy clip together kit. And I thought, yeah, I'll put LEDs in it, because there was a summer sci-fi sig over at ISM, International Skill Modelers Forum. And so I'd put my X-Wing in it, I'd started it, and then I got the egg shuttle, and they were doing similar things on the two of them at the same time. So I got my egg shuttle finished first. So I put that into the SIG. And then I eventually got back on with my X-Wing thanks to the Hangouts. So yeah, I have now I better try and get the lighting a bit better on this. I have a full video build series about putting this together. I do aim it at the newbie modeler or somebody returning to the hobby. So there is quite a lot of detail on what tools you need as well. So I also made a how-to, not a how-to, just sort of what basic tools you need. So that's up on the channel as well. So I did that. But I have finished this little baby. So the review, there's a 12 video build series on this. Now it's not, I've not went for screen accuracy or anything, and I have crammed LEDs into it. I don't know if you can make up the cockpit lighting up there. So there's a 12 video series on this little beast with its flashing engines and that, and LEDs at the back. On my channel. So that's a Revel X-Wing in 112 scale. I've not really done anything like this, being quite honest. I mean, I was away from modelling for about 30 odd years, so yeah, obviously Star Wars was a big influence, and I got this kit and I thought, I'll try and do something different with it. So it's a really easy kit, but I've made it difficult for myself. So there's a 12 video build series on this, on my channel, and there's also the reveal video for this model as well. So I'm really delighted with it. It's not a professional build, it's but it's really fun, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. So yeah, so I've done that. So the next video series build that I need to finish is my RZ250. Now the stage I'm at that is the bodywork is all top coated. I've got a wee bit of dress up to do to take a couple of little bumps. You know how when you're spraying you always get a wee bit of dust or something. So I've got a wee bit of fine sanding to do that to dress it up, and then the decals need to go into that. But the big problem I had was I decided to redress the forks. And I tried all different products. I'll go into it more when I go back into the video series and actually carry it on. But none of them were really giving me the effect that I want. So I got some of this Molotov liquid chrome. the 30ml refill. I'm still learning to spray with it. So I have been doing some experimentation. So I've got this little pile of stuff off to the left here. Sitting here. Now, this might white out the camera a bit, but this is just a first coat. Now, this big bumper is off. I'm doing a 1/16 scale Revell Peterbilt truck, which is kind of in the background because it's such a big kit, but that's just one coat of the Molotov. Yes, it needs dressed up. Yes, there's blemishes on it, but this is this Molotov chrome stuff. I'm also doing a commission build, my first commission build. It's actually for a friend though, so it's for free. Of a Honda. Have I got the kit box anywhere handy? I have, but there's stuff in it. It's Tamiya's Honda CBR 1100, excuse me, 1100 XX Super Blackbird. So I stripped all the chrome off it, and the rear cans and all that are chromed up, but you would have seam lines and everything. So I've went over with one coat of Molotov at the moment. It's a bit, oh, something comes through the letterbox, a bit pasty in places. I'm still learning how to spray it. I think actually going on with a slightly heavier coat. See, there's a couple of bits there where the chrome's really come through, where I've went heavier, and then where I haven't, it hasn't really chromed up. So I'm still learning to spray with that, and I will be doing it. I'm halfway through a product review on it, so I'll let you know how I get on with that. So that's my mate Davy's rear exhaust cans. The RZ250, right, okay, we are getting back onto it actually. Now, this has had, because the bottom half, it was all together, right, with the headlights and everything on, and I decided that the methods that I was using, I tried, now where is it? Yeah, the AK477 chrome on it, which sprays beautifully through an airbrush, but when you brush paint it on, it kind of goes chromy, but then when you go over with another coat, it reactivates the stuff underneath. So I had to strip that back. That didn't work. Then I decided I would try brush painting a lacquer paint. I went in with Mr. Colour Super Metallic and the Super Titanium. It was kind of coming up okay, but I had the same problem again. It's all right when you do it by airbrush, but when you do it by brush, it reactivates the paint underneath, so it was looking awful. So I was getting really frustrated with it. So because I'd PVA'd the headlights and everything on, and I'd managed to weather all the bottom of the forks and get them all lovely and everything, I actually decided to strip it apart so I could get the headlight off because it was PVA, and I got the speedometer off because it's PVA, and the wee horn brackets and all the rest of the brackets I had a bit of a problem with. But because I'd fixed them with Tamiya Extra Thin, the good thing about Tamiya Extra Thin is if you go back in over the top with Tamiya Extra Thin, it kind of, because it's a hot glue, it melts the glue underneath and lets you pull the parts apart again. So I did have a couple of breakages, but I managed to work around them. Again, that'll be revealed in the video. But I then dunked it in IPA or X28 thinner to start with, and it wasn't moving the paint that I wanted to move. So then I went into it with cellulose thinners, and it did move the paint, but it kind of made a bit of a nasty mess, and I thought I was going to have to bin it. Now, luckily, Tamiya have re-released this kit, the 250 and the 350, with cartograph decals. And I'd thought about buying another kit, and then I thought, well, no, why spend £20 on a kit just for donor forks? I can't really afford to do that. So I spent a lot of time sanding this back, and I've got it to a nice finish, and I don't know if you can make that out, but that's the first lot of, can you see the reflection on that? The Molotov chrome. It needs another going over. So for those asking about the RZ250 build, see, once I get these forks done, the build will fly past because it's nearly finishing. It'll be decals, forks on, handlebars, you know, that'll be it done. So for those asking, I think it was Spidey Q8 that was asking, when are you getting on with the RZ250 build? I'm working on it in the background. Again, with a Molotov, my mate Davy's bike. These were original Tamiya chrome, but they had seam lines and everything up them. So I've done the first coat on the fork stanchions with a Molotov chrome, and it's looking fantastic. It really, really is. But there is a couple of wee ejector pin marks to address in that. But yeah, so that's a work in progress. So I'm experimenting with Molotov liquid chrome, and there's a review kind of in the process with that. So that's what I've been doing with that. Going back onto the Peterbilt truck, I'm kind of doing a build video series on it, but it's not a step-by-step as such. It's just sort of little updates on how I'm getting on. So by all means, go and watch that now. It's a lovely big kit. It's a big, huge truck, a big Peterbilt 356 or whatever it is, truck. So it's massive. And it's made by Revell, or Revel, but it's actually a Reeboks 1983 monogram kit, and there's loads of fit issues, nothing fits, there's loads of flash, having to scratch build bits for it and everything. But I'm getting there with it, so I'm still doing, I've stripped all the chrome off it, so I'm dressing up a lot of the, I'll just show you some of the parts actually while I'm here. This is the chrome stuff, some of the chrome stuff that I've stripped and I've sprue good. I mean, these exhausts and everything, these were all originally chromed, but there's all the seam lines and stuff. It's going to be a bit awkward trying to sand this back, get it looking good, like one continuous piece with the dimples in it. I'll work on something with that. But the fuel tanks were the biggest one. These are big chrome beasts, yeah? And the ends, I mean, I've got photos on the Smoo's Workshop Facebook page. You're talking about when the parts meet, they're meeting, they're supposed to go together flush, and there's bits sticking up like that. So having to file them as flat as you can get, and then, you know, fill them up with sprue goo and everything, and then I'll be Molotoving them as well. So that's kind of going on in the background with the truck. I've still got to prime all the chassis and everything. But that's not a hassle. But I was looking for the engine in that particular vehicle is a cat engine, and I was looking for a proper cat yellow. So don't know if you can make out the sticker there, but Hero Boy, okay, Hero Boy, they do a range of zero paints. This is a lacquer base paint, and it's actually the Caterpillar yellow for heavy plant machinery. The zero paints part number is ZP1358. So I've got the paint for the engine. So the engine's all built. So I'm swithering whether to prime it in the new Steino Res. I've got a sample here. Is it the metallic one? I was thinking of, you know, prime it in the metallic, because it's a metal engine, and then go over with the cat yellow. I'm not sure, or I might, yeah. I've not decided what colour primer, but yeah, I'll be getting the engine sprayed at some point. So that'll be getting done in the background. Right, what else? I've heard about this stuff for ages. It's Masters brush cleaner. Okay, I was going to do a product review on it, but right, it's pretty easy to use. It comes in a little tub. It's designed for cleaning oil paint, watercolours, acrylics and stains and stuff off. Yeah, it doesn't work on lacquer-based paints, but if you're using a brush in a lacquer paint, use your normal cellulose or lacquer thinners to take all that paint off, and then you can condition it. And it's just a wee tub of soap, and it's got a, you can see that's a bit gungy. It's got a lovely, oh, I wish it was smelly vision. It's like lemon meringue pie smell to it. So basically all you do is, I mean, I've got brushes there that were totally wasted. All the paint had went into the ferrule, and it splayed the brushes out and everything. As some nice warm water, you know, clean your brush up the best you can with your alcohol or your X20 or, you know, IPA, and then get some warm water, and you just basically sluice your brush about in here for a bit, and you can tease the bristles on that if it's really bad. What I'm finding with the ones that are cleaned regularly is, and then you wash them out in the water and you get perfect points and they're fine. The ones that I've got quite a bit in the ferrule, if you work the soap in and then leave it overnight, and then the next day go in with warm water, take that off and go in again, it works in it overnight. So that wee tub was about, I think it was about £6.50 off Amazon. So yeah, I hadn't used it before. I'm very impressed with it. So definitely get yourself some Masters brush cleaner into your arsenal. Right, I also did a review. Ultimate Modelling Sanders, Ultimate Modelling products have got a new range of thinny sticks and everything out. So I did a review on all the ones that I have. Now these are brilliant. I'm really liking the colour coded ones, the yellow, the orange, and the coarser white one. Finding them really, really good. But I had mentioned on my video that I was using their buffer sticks, but sometimes to get into some of the places that I wanted to get into, because it's basically a plastic strip up them, I was cutting them to the size I want myself. Well, they've actually just brought out a range of thinny buffer sticks. So I'm going to get a hold of some of them. So funnily enough, the day after I released a video of my review on their Sanders range, they released their thinny stick launch for the buffers. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get myself some of them. So there's a product review for the Ultimate Modelling Sanders on there. What else have I done? I've been quite busy actually, trying to remember everything. Right, the commission build from my mate Davey. I've got a lot of stuff on skewers back there, going into primer coat for all the little parts. Let me see, I'll maybe just might be able to pull some of them down without knocking everything everywhere. I think I've primed some of these, or I've still to prime some of these, but this is the kind of thing that I do. That's just a big polystyrene block, yeah. So I've got bits all primed up. For the metallic ones, I'm using the new gloss Stynal Res, the new black Stynal Res that you get for Barwell UK airbrush supplies. It's the same stuff as the UMP, but I'll just go for a Stynal Res. So yeah, and I've got another one just like this with more parts on that I'm going to spray in the grey, because they're going to get a semi-gloss black on them, and it's easier to spray black on a grey, and these are all getting metallics. So they're sprayed with a gloss black Stynal Res. So that's those. And as I say, I've been really busy, so sorry if this is a little bit long. I'm just trying to see how many minutes I've been yapping now. Right, so yeah, the commission build for my mate. He wanted it in a nice metallic blue. So I have done, I decanted Tamiya TS, is it 51? Oh, what's the part number of it, Terry? I can't remember. I think it's TS51. Lacquer. Tamiya's lacquer paint, which is a really nice metallic blue. So decanted that and degassed it all. It was primed. This was primed with the new Stynal Res Oceanic Blue primer. And then I've went over with the TS51 through the airbrush, and I've done an initial fairly decent mist coat and coat of the metallic blue on it. Now it's looking a bit buffed and strange in places there, because I've went over and done a little bit of fine sanding to take any imperfections out. I've not got a really perfectly clean workspace, so sometimes you get wee bits and bobs on them. So they've had a bit of dress up, so I'll take all the dust and that off them, and then they'll get another coat of the TS51. So his bike build is fairly coming on, but I'm just doing that as and when I can get to it. When I'm in the hangouts and I'm building, sometimes I just want to build stuff that I don't have to film. Because sometimes if you're having to plan out a build and film it, it can take a little bit of the enjoyment away from it. So, oh, I've had these in my stash for a while. I'm not doing a video build series on them, but there is a photo sort of build series on them. These are little trumpeter kits. So I've got the Levy A2 armoured vehicle. I don't have the paints for it yet, but it lists all the Mr. Hobby Aqueous. I think I've got, you know, the sandy yellow, the dark yellow, some sort of Dunkelgelb or something like that. It'll be Dunkelgelb number 7 or something. So I need to get the paints in for them, but I'm not in a painting mood at the moment. I'm in a I want to build stuff mood. So on the hangouts, I've built that. It's a kit. It's supposed to be around about £22. It's an older kit. I got it for a tenner. Loads of flash, loads of silly wee bits that didn't fit, loads of seam lines. I've had to scratch build bits on it. So it's sitting down there. I'll show you that in a minute. And I got another one for a tenner as well at the same time. And it's a Levy AT light armoured vehicle anti-tank. So I'm in the middle of building that just now. So again, it's got similar issues to this one. So all these kits, this is the thing that annoys me. They boast photo etch, right? And you get a wee thing like this with photo etch. Some of the bits are pretty pointless. I mean, I like the idea, yeah, grills, that's adding detail, you know, all that grill stuff. You get far better detail in that than you would in the plastic. But things like this, nah, not convinced. The little headlight things, that's just quite funny actually. They do them in plastic, which I've done on this one. Right? So this has got the plastic headlights on. And there's nothing really wrong with them, right? It maybe just looks slightly more chunky. But the parts are so thin that they were snapping when you cut them for the sprues. So I'd bent all the photo etch, and then you actually had to cut each little individual light off the plastic bit and then try and stick it onto the photo etch. You know what that's like, guys, with super glue. Well, things went pinging and flying. So actually, and it's slightly out of scale, slightly over scale. I know that, but I'm not a rivet counter. It looks good. I actually had to take some brass tube and bend it into the mirror stem and solder it onto the other bit of photo etch to recover the bit that I'd broke. Oh, this mirror's turned around a bit. I'll need to sort that out. Yeah, I'll sort that out later. Yeah, so it was actually no bad wee kit. The suspension doesn't really line up. There's a certain way of putting it together, which I learnt with the second one. Again, on the back, a little bit of photo etch over the rear lights. The rear door handles broke on me, so I just made some out of copper wire. So a wee bit of scratch building there. But it's a lovely wee model. So that's it all ready for painting. Yeah. So that's that one. So I'm on the anti-tank one now. Yep. Watch this, all the wheels and everything will fall off. So the main tub isn't glued down. But I'm actually really enjoying where the photo etch of the heat shielding on the exhaust vent. The jerry cans are a bit, nah, you know, it doesn't really add much detail, the wee strap and all that, because it's already moulded into the can, so that's a bit pointless. So I didn't use the photo etch for this hook, I didn't see the point. I didn't use the photo etch for the headlights, I didn't see the point. It didn't really give you much more. I've still got the back to work on. But it's a lovely little model kit. So that's the one I'm finishing off. Again, then I'll order the painting. I'm going to do the A2 in desert colours. This one comes in a weird camouflage scheme. And I think the next thing that I'll build in the hangout itself, I've got a Soviet KV-122 heavy tank. So I do like building armour and stuff. So I think I'll do that, will be the next one in the hangouts. I'm trying to think of what to do for my next video build though. So I did manage to save up for all the detail up kit for, where is it? Just give me a second, I'm just pulling boxes out here. Right. Tony for Helgen 35's workshop did the Rossi bike, right? Well, this is the Estoril edition one, right? So I've got that. But I've been saying for ages and ages, I wanted the 40 detail upset, so I got the Tamiya one. And I wanted a Top Studio detail upset. I managed to save up and get one of those. And I wanted to do the chain that actually rivets together. I've managed to get that. And I've got wee bits of like a vacuum formed screen and some of the Motor Scale Sport carbon fibre decals and things like that. So this is going to be a one-off for me because I can't afford to put detail up kit on everything. But that will be a video build, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. So I got all the detail up kit for that from Hero Boy. So what I'll probably do is I'll do inbox review of this and separate inbox reviews of the detail up kit when I get round to doing that one. So that will be at some point. But I'm thinking once I get the RZ250 out of the way, which really shouldn't take me long once I get the Molotov chrome and all that sorted out and the decals on. That'll be finished as a build series. The only other one I've got is the Peterbilt truck, which is just an update as I'm doing it. I'm thinking either doing the Warhammer Razorback as a video build. Okay, and I've got some Space Marines as well to go with that. Or this is going slightly off my usual comfort zone, but I have a Meng Merkava Mark III with a mine roller. I could do that as a video build. So thinking about that. And I still also have my resin figures. So I've got a lot going on and I'm getting quite a bit done. So yeah, hopefully I've not waffled on for too long and you've all fell asleep. I can't see how many minutes I've been taking this for now. So yeah, hope this is all recorded. It's got you kind of up to date with where I am. Oh yeah, right. The new MIG extra thin cement. Right, I got some in to try. It's got a real. The only thing I don't like about it is the smell. It's acetone based. It's like your missus's nail varnish remover. It's heavily acetone based. It's a lot more aggressive than the Tamiya extra thin, but it smells exactly the same as the Tamiya extra thin. Yeah. Plus points. It's really quick. It's really aggressive. If you've got, well, I used it on my X-Wing actually, where you've got two painted parts together, it will get in underneath and grab the parts and glue them together and dry quick enough that it doesn't affect the paint, whereas the extra thin affects the paint. I've heard somebody say that it's good for doing clear parts. A friend has tried it and did get some fogging, so I wouldn't recommend that. One good thing it really does have is it's got a really long thin brush on it, which is great for loading up. The problem is the shape of the bottle is easily knocked over. Now, we were having a bit of fun in the hangout the other day there, so I made up an anti-spill device, right? So we had a bit of fun last night. If you go on to Smoo's workshop page and you see a funny post, there's an album with Smoo Industries products in it. We were all goofing off and having a laugh one night about what products can we make up that might help the modeler. Some of them are fun and some are things we'll actually use. So this is basically plumbing pipe. It's actually off a U-bend, so it's a 35mm inside diameter and a piece of 0.75 plastic card. It makes a anti-spill holder. So you didn't knock it over. Yeah. You didn't have to buy things like this, guys. We're model builders, you know. Scratch build it, you know, bit plumbing pipe, bit plastic card, cost you absolutely nothing. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, we had a bit of a laugh. So there's quite a few photos went up in an album. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous, and it's all just a bit of light-hearted fun. So yeah, we did that in the hangout last night. It was just a bit of laugh. So I think that's me up to date of where I am and where I might be going. So this is November's What's in the Pipeline update. I hope you've enjoyed it. Also, go along to the eModels site. Ant Crumb has started his first video build for eModels, so good luck on that, Ant. And he's got a, oh, I'm trying to mind, it's a space shuttle, but it's not Meng, I can't mind what make it is, but it's a space shuttle that he's building, and you know what Ant Crumb's like for his sci-fi stuff, so go and support him on his video build. He's really, really good with his weathering and everything like that, so good luck for that video build series, Ant Crumb. Fox has finished the Space 1999 Eagle, although unfortunately his computer blew up last night, so he's going to be kind of looking for a new computer. What else is happening? I think Tony from Helgen 35's workshop has just about finished with his tank, or has finished with his tank that he's building. And Professor Ted is still battering on with that big U-boat that he's doing. The Monday night live streams are still on, so there's often prizes and giveaways. So get on Monday night onto the eModel site, onto YouTube, and join in with the guys, have a bit of fun. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know when the ISM Summer Sci-Fi Sig finishes. Well, it's finished, but I don't know when they're judging it, so I don't know if I'll win anything. But the other thing, e-models have got a gallery now that you can upload all your models to, and once a month they do a draw. I don't think I'll ever win anything because some of the stuff that goes up there is absolutely amazing with all the dials and everything. But if you upload your pictures of your builds to it, and then they put them in, there's different sections for like military, aircraft, figures, all that sort of thing. But it works on a system where the people who upload the photos rate and review the other people's stuff as well. So you need to rate and review to get in with a chance of winning. But yeah, so check that out in e-models. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to do a little bit of modelling this afternoon, and tonight I'm looking forward to my live hangout. And as I say, it's really brought my mojo back. So if you're sitting at home on your own and you've got a few mates that you know that have got video cameras and, you know, you want a bit of company when you're at the bench, do some hangouts, guys. It's really, really good. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's not too long-winded. It probably is. It'll be about like 40 minutes of me waffling on. But that is my November What's in the Pipeline update from me, Terry, at Smoo's Workshop. And hope you're all enjoying your hobby. And as always, happy modelling. Bye.